Hey, welcome to the shop. This is Walt with DreamWorks Woodshop. I wanted to share a little tip with you. I've had a few people ask me, when you're sanding a piece of wood, how long do you sand that piece of wood before you can move on to the next grit? And what I usually have done is, I usually start off at about 80 grit, then I go to 120, and then 180, depending on the piece that I'm working on. But what I've always done to make things a little simpler, it gives me a little bit of a reference here, is I'll take the piece that I'm sanding, and I'll mark just a little line on it with the number 2 pencil, or whatever type of pencil you might have. But a number 2 usually works well. And then I've got this reference point on here now. So then I'll start sanding with my 80 grit. And as I'm moving forward, I'm removing that pencil line. So it gives me a good reference that I've hit that entire surface. So as you can see, the pencil line's removed. There's no trace of the pencil line anywhere on the bottom, but I still have my pencil line on the top. So after I finish the complete board, I usually move on to 120, and then I'll move on to 180, depending again on the piece you're working on and what it's going to require as far as sanding goes. But it's a good little tip. It's a good little reference that gives you an idea of what you sanded, so you're not just monotonously going back and forth for 15 minutes until you don't have any wood left. And it does save some time on sanding, because we all love sanding, right? I mean, that's my favorite thing to do in the shop.